Hey, I had to get this one off my chest before I went to sleep. And usually when I go to sleep, I still say a childhood prayer that my mom taught me. Now that I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And I pray for my mother, my father, my kids, my girl, all the ones that love me, all the ones that hate me, all the ones that despise me, all the people who have poured into my life in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I pray peace, mercy, abundance, and blessings upon their life. And in Jesus' name, I pray. Now, I've said that in some way, shape, form, or fashion since I learned it. And, you know, it always worked for me. So, I got 5 kids. Truth be told, I only made one out of like I really wanted it, and that's the second one. Being as though this is about children, although they're adults now, they private. The second one out of my 5 kids don't know I'm his father. He know the man who is his father is not his father, but he don't know that I'm his father, and it's cool. You know what I mean? The oldest one is what this video is about, because he questioned why I'm on YouTube. First of all, every nigga is a star. I've been a star since I was born. And although he might not know, I'm a better ball player than him. I'm a better hustler than him. Because I've actually had to struggle for everything I got. I had nobody. At least he has a grandmother and uncles that looked out for him. I had nobody. I never blew my brains out. I never tried to blow anybody else's brains out. I've only ever given love. I ain't never really been mad in my life. I've been hurt. I ain't never been mad. You know, people say, oh, he mad. No, most of the time I be hurt because I be like, why you doing me like that? I mean, that's a common theme in my life. What's wrong with you? Why you doing me like that? I ain't been nothing but good to you. You know what I'm saying? So, in my struggle, that has been a common thing in my life. And usually when somebody do me sideways or dirty or whatever, I usually leave them alone. I usually give people the benefit of the doubt. One thing I'm proud about, the oldest of my 5 children, in the way he got it all figured out for himself. I just pray for him, and he don't know. He might not care if I pray for him or not. But I'm going to unload this clip on his ass, because my favorite rapper is BB, is KRS-One. Saw him on Mount Ephraim Avenue in New Jersey in 1987. Me and my 2 other friends. One name I ain't gonna call because I respect him. Because me and him still cool to today. The other name I'm gonna call, his name is Kevin English. That nigga was a lame the first time I met him. And if y'all don't know anything about life, the first time you meet somebody and it's like sideways, it's best not to even be cool with that motherfucker. Or whoever that person is. Don't waste your time. But I wasted time being his friend, but he never was my friend. He was my friend when it was convenient. He called me, I answered the phone. I called him, it take 4 or 5 days to answer back. But I'm going to evolve, because I'm going to get better with these shits. Because it's my testimony, it's my story. This is my song. I'm going to praise the divine one all my life and then some. Because he was there a whole time. And I thought I needed encouragement. I thought I needed all these things, when all I had to do was just really believe in me. So all the things I've been through in my life, I was like halfway crook, you know what I mean? I didn't really believe in me. I just knew that I could do some things and I would do it. And then after I would do it, I'm like, I know I could do it. But I wasn't consistent at anything in my life. I haven't been consistent. So I'll be trying to impart wisdom on them. This gray beard ain't on my face because I stress this gray beard is on my face because I done been in the presence of the divine one. So anyway, I reached out tonight, and after I get this off, turning the page, whether he talk to me again, don't matter. I'm gonna be like him because now I have a right to. Because I love people who say they was my family. I love people who say they cared about me. I love people who basically use me. But like my man Bill Weathers said, you can keep on using me until you use me up. And I'm built to last. Then when it's all said and done, I'm going to be the one putting the foot in your ass. That's a bar right there. I stole it, but it's mine. Because I put it together the way I put it together. No one owns words. So, back to the story. Got 5 kids. Out of 5, I only wanted 1. In the case of my first child, his mom was the realest. She showed me early in the game that she wasn't a motherfucking joke. She was a live wire. And I kept dibbling and dabbling with her. So, I don't know where I left off at, but trying to tell the story, and it seemed like the devil don't want me to get him out. So, the gist of everything I was going to say is that I respect my oldest because he know who he is. He not wasting his time, but based on knowledge and wisdom that I've attained and gained through all the shortcomings I've been through, I know he hurt in some way. He won't ever admit it to me because he think that's being a man. Being a man is able to be strong but be vulnerable at the same time. Can't be hard all the time. That's why a lot of these niggas end up in jail, because they be hard all the time and they don't vent and let their emotions out. God equipped us with every emotion known to man, from crying to laughing. It can't always be the same way. If you like that, you're a robot. That's why I love the Band Fish Sandwich lady. She always told me, don't believe that bullshit men don't cry. Men always cry. Sometimes they just cry in the dark, or they cry when ain't nobody looking. So I never felt like less than a man, or as most black women would say about a black man, you crying like a bitch, you acting like a bitch. Well, me acting like a bitch saved my life. Because if I act like a stone cold savage that I am, the fucking radical that I am, I would have did a lot of stuff that I couldn't come back from. So my mom told me, you ever go to jail, nigga, I don't know you. So all these jail stories up here on YouTube, all that bullshit. No, let me get it straight. Because you know there's a distinction. I've been to the roundhouse, and that's been the gist of my dealings with the criminal justice system. Because once I made bail, I ain't go to fuck back until the next time, but then I made bail again. Because my old heads always used to tell me, if you're going to do dirt, nigga, have a shovel. It's like, what? If you're going to do dirt, have a shovel. The shovel was having a lawyer or retainer. So if you're getting all this money, doing whatever, however you doing, even if you're not doing nothing criminal, always have access to a lawyer. So that's where a lot of our young black and brown children go wrong. They want to do crime, but don't understand the laws of this land. They don't understand that before you get caught up, know your rights. So back to the story at hand. I don't know where I left off at. I don't want to go back, but I'm gonna try to pick up where as though it don't seem staggered or um, out of order. Basically, I'm talking about my oldest. Like I said, I'm not gonna put his name out there. He's a private dude, and contrary to what I, how I feel, I respect how he feel because he was honest. Hurt my feelings, but the fuck, what I'm gonna do? Once he told me how he truly felt, that he don't need nobody, he stayed to himself, and he doing what he gotta do for himself. Cool. I respect it. Um, he asked me for something, and I haven't gotten it for him yet. I gave him a piece, but you know what I mean. When I get it, I'm gonna give it to him because I got love for the fella. That's my son, man. I don't know if he is or if he ain't, but I've always treated him like my son, and like I always apologize to him because I should have fought for him. But if you know you'll do something bad to somebody or do something, that it's best to leave it alone. Now, he's fly as shit. The dude is dope. My oldest is dope as shit. All my kids is dope. And they don't even like me, but it's okay. I love them. And that's all I ever gave in this world is love. When you give love, it might not come back the way you want it to be, but it'll come back. Trust and believe that. Because God is love, and everything he do in his infinite wisdom, I call him the divine one, for I never had a father, but I always was a son. I've been blessed all my life, man. And I've been blessed without even believing in him the way I was supposed to. Because if I believed in me, that means I believed in him. I grew overnight because I used to want to be tall. I want to be tall, I want to be tall, I want to be tall. I tapped out a nice 73 inches, 6'1", flat-footed. Been that height since I was 13 years old. But I'm like my man KRS-One, my favorite rapper of all time. He said in the interview one time that every rapper out here rapping, he got a clip, he got a hot 16 for him. So if they say something about him, he gonna let it loose. So being as though I ain't had too many people to model myself off, like I said, I went and saw him on Mount Ephraim Avenue in Camden, New Jersey in 1987. Me, my homie, and this lame ass nigga named Kevin English. Yeah, I'm calling that nigga name. Because I've been his friend, but he never was my friend. Anything you ever heard that nigga say, he talking about me. He talking about this guy right here. I don't give a fuck who know, and anybody that know me know I don't give a fuck. So y'all can come with the dumb shit. Y'all can come and say whatever, but y'all know if you come correct or don't come the fuck at all. And this ain't no threat. Motherfuckers know who I am and how I am. I ain't no gangster. I ain't no killer. Just don't fuck with me. I don't mess with nobody. I never did. If I ain't like you, I tell you to your face. And if I ain't like you, I stay away from you. But I never was around too much to either be liked or hated. But anytime I came around, I ain't never do nothing but give love. Because that's who I am. So just like I was trying to tell him, which he didn't want to listen, I would get some of the dopest shit from some of the people that most people turn their nose up at. There used to be this dude named Eddie. Man, Eddie was so fucking deep. He had a couple of sisters. All of them had fat booties and shit. And he had a brother named Earl. May God rest his soul. And I think Ed passed away too, but Ed was my man. At night, me and him would be in the schoolyard just shooting. He'll shoot like 10 shots. I'll shoot like 10 shots. And he would tell me, yo, you need to elevate more. And when you shoot a jump shot, come down to the same spot. You know what I mean? Work on that, Robbie. You do that, it should be nice. Now, the only person that ever told me to pick up my head was my old head, Dwayne. I was so arrogant, I didn't listen to him, but he told me so many dope things that if I would have just, I wanted this to come from certain people, but it never came. But when it came, if I would have listened and not implemented it in my game, I'd have been on a whole different level. But I fell out of love with ball, man. And I was alright. Let's set the record straight. I was good and I was alright. I wasn't great. I wasn't the best. I can hold my own with the best, but the key to anything, the key to achieve greatness is consistency. I didn't have consistency because I was working. Like dehydrated, so I've been drinking a lot of water. So what I'm trying to get off my chest is this. And it used to be some drunk dude, I forgot his name, but he used to tell me all the time, Robbie, I see you drinking a lot. Don't let them fuck you up. Fuck them niggas. I used to be like, what? Everybody ain't your motherfucking friend. My friends got me all fucked up now when I wasn't looking. So when you drinking, don't ever go back. Don't ever drink something that you never saw pour. Make sure the bottle crack, or whatever you open up, make sure you see it open. Because they slipped me what they call a Mickey. And I've been fucked up ever since. Back in the day, that's what people used to do to certain people to see what happened to them, to mess them up because they was, flyer than them or doper than them. It was this chick named Carol down 42nd Street that used to be a nurse or something. She had chocolatey skin, man. And you could tell Carol it was something about her when she was coherent, but when she was incoherent, she smelled like piss and her clothes would be falling all off her and she'd be all fucked up. Somebody slipped her Mickey. Fucked her up. So he asked me why I'm all up on YouTube. When I ain't asked him why he don't love fucking people. Why he don't call me Pops. He called me old head. Nigga, you came out these nuts. Fuck you talking about? See, he don't know. You know what I mean? I show mercy all the time. But you know what? I can't make nobody love me. I can't make nobody want to be with me. And after April 30th that I found out that the man I was calling dad for 54 years told me to my face, I ain't your fucking father and I never liked you. That's all I needed to hear, but I heard it when I was 14, but you know how it is. Oh, that's your father, that's your father, that's your father, that's your mother, that's your mother, that's your sister, that's your sister. Oh, that's your family, that's your family, that's your family. Family is overrated when they fucked up. Family is overrated when there's no synergy, when there's no unity, and when there's no love. I got more love out in the street from strangers than I have gotten from my own family. So I don't know what's gonna come of this, but I spoke my truth. Like they say at weddings, speak now or forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace is what they say. That's your opportunity to stand up and say, well, I don't think they should get married. But who the fuck is you to tell somebody that if they should get married? It's their life. Mind your business. I don't even know why they still say that at weddings. Because nobody has the right to tell anybody what they should do, what they could do, or what they would do if they was in that position. It ain't your life. So, in closing, I love you yesterday, today, and I love you to the end. Because I call him the divine one. I never had a father, but was always a son. Grace and mercy has been upon my life, and I've been blessed. And I'm going to evolve because I know I'm doing a lot of cussing on here. Because I come from a cusser. My grandmama and my mom, Augustine McCall and Arlene Martha McCall. Augustine, long gone, she my angel in heaven, man. Arlene was always my favorite girl, but I wasted a good portion of my life being mad at her when she told me the truth. No, she ain't tell me who my dad is because she told me that's irrelevant. So in some regards, I'm just like my oldest son. He's saying it's his life. I hope one day he'll see me in the light he needs to see me because I got a lot of stuff I want to give him. You understand? And most of it is knowledge and wisdom. But since he knows all the answers, I ain't forcing myself on no one. Just like God don't force himself on you. He gives you a right to choose. So a lot of things that's going on in this world, you have to understand the revolution starts with one. All I want to do is be a voice of reason. A different way for you to look at things. A person that telling you regardless of your circumstances and situation, you can make it happen. Just be consistent. Don't waste your time and believe in yourself. I added consistency to my little spiel because I've just been saying the lesson I learned was don't waste your time and believe in yourself. But the key to success in anything you may do is consistency. And I've been inconsistent because I've had an inconsistent relationship with my family. And I wasted a lot of time seeking their approval, where I was supposed to be performing for the audience of one. If I just thought about myself, a lot of times when I would think about me and just myself and not be selfish and self-centered, good things would happen. So right now, I'm saying good night to you all. I'm saying peace and love. I'm saying, it's all right. Whatever you're going through, you're going to be all right. Just trust them, whatever you call them. I call them the divine one. For I never had a father, but I'll always been a son. Peace.